everybody, it's Dan Schinder, still at the NAMM Show 2017 at the Auralex booth with Rob Wenner. Rob, thanks for taking time.
Thank you.
Out of your busy schedule.
Absolutely.
All the visitors, has it been busy?
Very busy.
That's
busy.
Great.
Awesome.
That's really good to hear.
So we're really excited.
Good, and we're here at Auralex, and hey, we've got Facebook fans watching live too. Thanks for joining us. We're here at the Auralex booth for obvious reasons. What does Auralex do? Well, they make products that help the sound of a room and help sound from escaping a room. And all of us musicians can use this, not just drummers. So whatever you play, whether it's drums, guitar, bass, keyboard, saxophone, comb and paper, or maybe a blade of grass between your fingers, whatever it is, listen up, because there's some products that can definitely help your playing environment.
Yep.
Where do you want to start with?
I guess one important thing is to people to understand is there's a difference between sound isolation and sound treatment of a room. So let's start with isolation. Isolation is where you are trying to eliminate the sound transfer outside or sound coming into the space you're in. Yeah, everybody doesn't really have, not everyone has the opportunity to build a freestanding room or anything like that, but there are different isolation products that we sell, and construction products that help you do that kind of thing. So we have a studio door, which is, I'm not going to pick that up because it's ridiculously heavy.
Okay.
But
maybe you guys could show that real quick down there.
Here.
The studio door.
Studio door.
Right there. That's, that is heavy, yeah.
And that again is to replace a standard doorway and eliminate sound transference from through the door, because that's usually one of the weaker spots in a room.
So do you sell actual doors that are cut to size?
It can be cut to size.
Okay, good, because we have a weird, it's a short door. It's made for me, so it's a short door. And, and I was looking, like when we first got this new place, I was telling my wife, how are we going to get a door for this?
Yeah, you can get custom sizes.
Okay.
Whatever you need to do, whatever it will work to fit. So.
Great, and it is heavy. It feels like lead-infused oak.
It's got multiple layers inside the door.
Oh yeah.
To help again to eliminate any sound transfer outside of that. So.
Great, and I just want to tell our live Facebook fans, don't worry. When we're done talking and we say goodbye, Anja is going to pan and go over all the products real slowly so you can get another sort of close-up shot of all the things we're talking about from a distance, okay? So be patient.
All right, and then...
and that's good to know, the difference, too.
Yes, exactly. So building on that concept, Auralex is founded by Eric Smith, who's was a professional drummer. I'm a ex-professional drummer myself, and so we developed some products specifically designed for drummers and percussionists, and it's built on that same type of isolation idea, right? So we have something called the Hover Mat, which is a 6x4 drum mat that rolls up. It comes with a cinch sack that you can just carry with you. And it's made of the same type of material that we use inside flooring, called sheet block.
Yeah.
Let me give you a little sample of it here. So it's pretty substantial. It's not your...
Oh yeah, and show the back if you don't mind.
Got a little scratched up there, but it's...
And that's like a vinyl or rubber?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, limp mass vinyl.
Cool.
And it comes with an ozite fabric on the top, so it's... Oh, sorry. Hey!
Hopefully no one bumped their head.
It's a non-slip carpet finish.
That's cool.
And so this is great for people who are playing gigs in bars. If you're on a drum riser or the stage is really hollow, and you get up and sit up, and your drums just something doesn't sound right. The sound person at the front of the house is just having a hard time dealing with all that. This, believe it or not, solves a lot of problems. It isolates the drum from the stage and the surface, whatever surface you're on, and eliminates a lot of that vibration that's being transferred through.
That makes sense. Yeah. That's cool.
So a lot of these guys use these on either they'll take them on tour, or they have it part of their technical rider, or any of the venues that they go to. We try and get these type of things to concert venues and things like that, so people can use them for that. So that's been a really popular item. We've had this on the market for a number of years, and it's a great. It's one of those things where you think, well, I'll just go to wherever and buy a cheap carpet,
a remnant or something.
Yeah.
What does something like this retail for?
This retails for. Hold on, let me sec. I always get that number wrong.
Make up a number. They won't know the difference. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I think it's $199.
Okay. And it's how big? 4x6?
4x6, and it comes with a bag, and it just rolls up just like it does in the picture there.
Great.
And you carry. It's a little heavier than your old rug, an old smelly rug you might be using,
but it does the trick.
It does something.
Yeah.
It actually is doing something for you.
That's great.
And then the other part of the isolation thing is the hover deck, and the hover deck is an isolation product that comes in panels.
Oh wow!
All right, so this is an MDF board.
That's substantial.
Yes, it has isopuck feet to help with isolation from the stage, and these come in pairs, and they can be configured into whatever you need to recover whatever size drum set you have.
Cool. I would need like 15.
15?
I have a big kit. Yeah. I'm one of those guys.
One of those guys? Well, we got. Yeah, I mean, all of these guys on here have used the hover deck.
Yeah, and I can see them using on their drum riser.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Either drum riser for live situations or certainly for their studios.
Yeah.
Because this, again, decouples your drum set and your percussion equipment from whatever surface you're on. So if you're on a concrete floor, it's going to eliminate that kind of sound transfer of the kick pedal or any kind of pedals you have, even the floor toms. Plus, if you are on a really, really hollow stage or bouncy kind of stage, this does the trick.
That's cool.
Much more substantial, obviously, than the hover mat, but a lot of guys are using these in their own home studios that they're recording in now, or they'll have them take them to recording studios to track with, and they all comment that not only does it help with the isolation, but it does focus and tighten up a lot of the frequencies. So low frequency information is much more. What's the word I want to say? More defined. The high frequency information is not splattered as much. So cymbals and all that kind of thing. Right. And when you sit down and play this, everybody that sits down and listens, and sits down and plays on top of a hover mat is shocked. They're like, "Well, how is this working? What's going on here?" And it's very simple idea.
Great.
That we've done different thicknesses, different types of done a lot of testing to make sure that this does what it says it does.
Find the right formula. Yeah. Do you have videos explaining this stuff on YouTube or your website?
Yeah, we do. We're actually in the process of doing a couple new videos with a couple different drummers. Chris McHugh, Danny Serafin actually has a video that we have on his website and on our website.
Great.
And so, we'll have a couple more people doing some interesting videos for that.
Great. And for those of you in the Facebook Live audience, if you use any of the products that we're talking about, go ahead and comment in. Tell us what you're using.
Yeah.
Tell us how it's been working for you. We'd love to see that. I know you'd love to see that.
Absolutely.
So let us know what you're using. Let's talk about that briefly. And then I'm really interested in this.
All right.
But so this is what they built. Yes?
A really great question came in.
Oh, a great question came in. Let's take a live question.
Larry Hale is asking, how about soundproofing a window?
Oh, okay.
That's a very good question. There are a number.
Wait, I know the answer. Close it.
Yeah, close it. Don't go near it. Move everything away from it. No, there's a number of different ways to do that. Obviously, one of the ways to help eliminate sound leaving a room or coming in is to do multiple layers and different thicknesses of glass. So it's possible to add another pane of glass either on the inside, and once you start doing that, you limit. You can't open and close the window.
Right.
Excuse me. So you're going to have to make a few sacrifices because you kind of have to look at it as sound as water. So if you fill a room full of water, it wants to find a place to go.
Yeah.
If you're supposed to get out, sound does the same exact thing. So you need to either figure out a way that you can add another pane of glass over that, and use something similar to our sheet block or even the stopgap to help seal that to the wall, right? Some people also use something called clear sheet block, which we also sell, and that's another. It's basically, well, I don't have a example of it, but it's like
It's clear. Pretend you're holding it up.
It's clear. Clear sheet block. It's very similar in density as the sheet block we use under flooring.
Okay.
It's just clear. And,
So
and you can put that up on the inside of the wall and cover that up and even stick that onto the glass of the existing glass that you have.
Great.
And that will help some of that
So,
information.
I think it's important to understand. Larry, that's a great question. Thanks for chiming in.
Yeah, that's great.
You're basically building in the window, so you can't really consider soundproofing a window and consider it to still be functional.
No.
You might be able to put something on it to deaden it somewhat, but like these products we're going to talk about in a moment over there, if you don't mind handing it. But if it's functional, it's not going to be soundproof.
Right. No.
If you build it in with these products, you can make it sound.
Yeah, no. In other people's, a lot of people will be converting an existing older home or a bedroom or something like that, and we are able to do custom size. We call them window plugs, where it's basically taking our studio foam and cutting those to a certain size, and then you can use that to plug the.
Yeah, you're making like a grommet all the way around.
Yeah, and use it to plug the window up, and then you can pull that out if you want to have access to the window. But it's still that works in just kind of eliminating a little bit of it. It's not a 100% way to deal with that, rather than sealing the window up completely. So
let's talk about some of the things that look like they were made to build the Star Trek ship interior.
this is our Sustain line of bamboo sound diffusers. We sell both absorption, which we're very well known for, studio foam, and pro panels, which are fabric covered fiberglass panels.
And it's bamboo, right?
This is made of bamboo.
Yeah, I can see the grain.
Yep.
And for those of you who don't know, bamboo is not a wood. Bamboo is a grass. Just so you know, bamboo is technically a grass. It's very hard, and it's beautiful.
It's very beautiful, very beautiful. So what we do with these is a diffuser is designed to, rather than absorb the sound, it's designed to spread out or evenly spread out sound in a room, and it does two different things. It helps give a nice, you get rid of some of that ringy, pingy noise, spread it out evenly, and what it also does is it also makes an environment. If you have a small tracking space, it'll give it the sound of it being larger than it really is.
Oh, that's
when
cool.
you put some microphones in and you're using a diffusive surface, it makes the space sound larger.
That's cool.
So a lot of drummers that we work with really enjoy, they really love these type of diffusion products.
Yeah.
So first of all, they look really cool, but they do a great job, and we have a number of different types of things.
Right, so that's what they are.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And so, if you're in a small room and you're trying to track drums and you can't, you may be using absorption to try and knock down some of the standing waves and weird things like that. But the room just sounds too small. You could use some diffusion in the room to help spread that out.
Cool.
And just to make it seem bigger and just a little more lively, a livelier room, but not a pingy room.
I'm wondering if ultimately I would want to use something like that in the room I was telling you about, because it's a short ceiling. Yeah. It's 11 by 22 or 27, something like that.
In fact, I was going to say we offer free room analysis service through our website. We have an app called Auralex, rlx.com, and you can go online and put in your room dimensions, put in the type of what type of recording you're doing in there, what type of instruments you're recording, your budget that you have, the materials that you're interested in, and it'll provide you with information back about 3 or 4 different alternatives that you can use.
That's cool.
And then we have the room analysis service that we have. You can do online as well, and our app specialist will, you provide them with pictures and drawings and information that you have, and they can provide you with a room design and give you exactly where to place all of our products to help treat the space that you're in based on the information that you provide.
That's great.
We've offered that forever.
Awesome. Really?
Yeah. It's been we were in this part of the industry. We were the first people to offer that kind of service.
That's great.
And we're celebrating our 40th anniversary this year. So
great. Let's talk about some of this stuff that I know is useful. We'll swing you folks around.
Yeah. This is called the ProMax, and the ProMax, it comes in a pair of
I have
panels.
to be like everyone else and feel it. I couldn't tell by looking at it. If it's rigid. It looks rigid.
Right.
Because the way it's cut is so precise. I thought maybe it was rigid, but that doesn't make sense.
What's rigid is actually the back, which is really cool. So these are sold as a pair. It's called the ProMax. It comes with the stands, and this is designed for a number of different things. Obviously, a lot of people are maybe in rented spaces that they can't attach acoustical treatment to the walls. Some people are in a portable situation where they're constantly moving around.
Yeah, or if you have a recording studio, your studio is always going to change depending on what you're doing in there. And if you have a bunch of these, maybe you got horns one day or a drum set the next day, and you just move these around and configure it to suit the environment best.
Absolutely. So what we've done, we've updated this version of ProMax, and we've added a diffusive side to this, similar to what we were talking about with the Sustain products. And so you can create different environments in the room that you're in. So if you want something a little more slappier, a little more lively, you can flip these around and put them around your drum kit. Or,
that's cool. Or horns or all kinds of things. Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's really cool.
Absolutely. And then when you want to tighten that up and get a little kind of deaden the room a little bit more, deaden that area, you just turn it around and use those.
That's really cool.
It works great.
Let's look at this.
And then we have, this is called the Mudguard V2.
The Mudguard?
The Mudguard. And this is actually an updated version of the original Mudguard that we have had on the market for quite a long time. And this is a bit of a redesign of how this works. But this is, again, a portable option for you to record in different spaces that you're in. It comes with the hardware to attach the microphone and this mounting bracket, and it allows you to mount this to pretty much every type of mic stand that's out there, and any type of microphone that you can fit inside here.
That's great.
And it eliminates a lot of the room ambience, and that's a problem because a lot of times you're in a larger room and you're trying to create more of an intimate vocal sound. This helps you achieve that.
That's cool.
Using this in combination with these two, you can build yourself a little vocal booth that you could put pretty much in any environment.
Right. That's cool. And this is the left, this is the right.
Either or, exactly.
Or has anyone ever called and say, "Man, this isn't working right"? Did you ever say, "Well, you got to switch them. You got them in the wrong position"?
They're backwards, or they're upside down.
So that's great. And you do not sell direct, you sell solely through a dealer network, is that correct?
Yeah, absolutely. Dealer network, all international dealer network.
Great. And the website is?
Auralex.com. A-U-R.
Right here on the screen,
A-L-E-X.com.
And they can look up local dealers.
We have a dealer search page, so wherever you are in the world, you can go in and search and find the nearest dealer.
Great. And retailers, should they get with you directly, or their distributor network that dealers get with?
Distributor network and rep networks that we use. So but dealers can also always contact us, and we can talk to them about any kind of dealer opportunities for.
And on your site, is the end user able to look up what retail pricing is, just so they kind of get an idea?
No.
Okay.
Yes and no.
But they can look up the dealers and see it there.
All the dealer pricing is there, and it's all everybody has the same pricing through that. So, but we don't put that on our main website.
Okay.
So,
Well, for those of you who have really been following Drum Talk TV avidly, you'll know that we just relocated kind of recently from Las Vegas to Arizona, and we more recently, a month ago, moved from Mesa, Arizona, way up into the mountains into a little town, and we're building a new studio, and I'm looking forward to getting Auralex.
absolutely.
So we'll be able to kind of run you through that process because we're going to show you our new space from scratch.
Cool.
And then what the consulting side from you folks are to design what we need, putting it in. So we'll kind of do a whole sort of little series on putting it together.
Absolutely.
Great, Rob, thanks for taking time.
Thank you.
Go sell a bunch of stuff now.
Absolutely. I'm a huge fan, so keep it up. I love it.
Thank you very much. And thank you for joining us here on Facebook Live. And remember, you're going to see in Japan through all this stuff real slowly in a moment, so hang in there. And you're going to see this finished video on the website shot right here with all the post-production soon. So watch for more Facebook Live interviews right here from the NAMM Show 2017 on Drum Talk TV's Facebook page. Thanks.
Thanks a lot, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Cool. Thank you.
Okay, so the acoustics company should be sending their product to a lab. The most common is privacy. So that's always been the So they can test the product. Several square foot video. Find out how much
I'm not do that. Company is in Japan. But I live in Nashville.
So it's a punch per unit thing, but really that's kind of an average of these results. Right? So that's one number to get you an idea. 0.70, 0.80. Yeah, a 1.0 is basically.
Oh no, I know.
It's not a percentage, so that's the best way to break it down. Just like